Good to see you. So LDBC is originally a benchmark or a council. So the Linked Data Benchmark Council started off in 2013. It's a non-profit organization that is that aims to define benchmarks and foster a community around graph processing technologies. And you will also see that it's not only about benchmarks, but we have also ventured into the realm of graph query processing languages. So LDBC consists of members of industry and academia, and is governed by a board of directors. And as Gabor said, I'm the chairman. These members who deliver board members can be regular and sponsor members. And academia delivers either institutional members or individual members. So currently we have quite a few members. There are also new members. Ultipa is under vote currently still, but will. Sorry, Ultipa is already Ultipa, CreateLink, and Beijing Haizu Xingtu company who produce Star Graph, I think, are new members, as well as industrial members, as well as Pometry, which is a sponsor member. And we have currently also one member in the process of admission, that is Nebula Graph. So these are the sponsor members currently, and Oracle, Pometry, and Tiger Graph, and Rango, AWS, CreateLink, Intel, JCC, Katana Graph, MemGraph, Neo4j, OntoText, Sparsity. I will say StarGraph, which is the product but not the correct name of the company, and Ultipa are the current individual members, with Nebula Graph lining up to also become a company member. And then there are like 50 individual members. And becoming an individual member is free and gives you access to our documents, which also gives access in the case of if you were interested in our query language activities, to the documents of the ISO working group defining SQL. So yeah, LDBC has a timeline that goes back to 2012, started as an EU project, but is already like 8 years, since 8 years, a individual company, like a non-profit company in the UK. And produced a number of specifications, and also benchmark specifications, and also a number of papers. And you see them here lined up. And well, as far as the organization goes, so Gabor introduced me as the chairman. I would like to hereby also thank very wholeheartedly Alistair, who is the vice chairman and did a lot of work, and Gabor similarly, and we are supported secretarially by Judy Bingham in the UK. So in the last year, what has happened, apart from these 4 new members or 5 new members that I mentioned, there has been a lot of work on the on auditing. So there were actually a number of benchmark audits. CreateLink posted results on the interactive. There is so it's like a historical point in time, because the BI workload of the social network benchmark has finally been finalized. This has been in the works for very long, actually, since I looked it up, since a decade. Actually, we have that already. Erling started working on the BI workload of social network benchmark, but we finally now managed to complete this the definition. There is a paper that is not yet that's floating around, but yeah, hopefully soon we can also pass this around. There is work in progress on the interactive benchmark, so we are making it more scalable. And there is an initiative in LDBC to create yet another benchmark, which is called the financial benchmark. But all of these items will be discussed in more detail by the upcoming talks. So, and as I mentioned, LDBC is not only venturing into benchmarking, but also into graph query languages, and there are 2 initiatives that we have been connected with. So one of them is SQL BQ. This is almost certain, I would say, to be released next year as part of SQL 2023. So this is very exciting. as it will not only create a query language for graph database management systems, but also allow relational database management systems to perform many more graph processing tasks. And there's also an extension of that, or a superset of that, called GQL, a standalone native graph query language that is expected later in 2023. So regrettably, well, ISO is a standardization organization that makes you pay for standards and yeah, so it's not as open as you may expect standardization organizations to be. But thanks to the liaison that LDBC has with ISO, it merely suffices to become a member, an individual member, and individual membership is actually free of LDBC to get access to their draft standard documents. So if you want to know more about these new languages, then just join LDBC. That was it. I think I will hand back to Gabor now. Thanks for attending, and yeah, so today we're here and tomorrow we are in the Marriott.